It's E from MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com. And it is about 11 o'clock on the 1st of March, 2019. Use risk capital you can afford to lose. All right, we've had a pretty good sell. So we're going to do a quick review as to what we got right and what we got wrong. Absolutely positively got right that we should be paid by the 07 primary target. And as such, when the market was in that box, this is our resistance. This, we said, is our fighting box. Got to take care of that 04 and get out of Dodge. And then we said this 99 area. And what we got right was the primary target. What we got wrong was the idea that we would not get a big pullback. We said, be careful, you could get your 10-point trade by the end of the day, but probably not early. Then a news event comes out, which we said, oh, news event, careful. And then we get to move these down one box at a time. Once you abandon this top box, then that really becomes the look of resistance, fighting, and now the support box. So because we know we're in this box now, we're going to take this down one more level and say, okay, this is now our next support box. This is our fighting box right here. And I'm trying to show you step by step. So if you were out on appointments or whatever and just getting to your desk, you could still try to figure out where you are. And obviously, if you've been here, it still will help you to figure out what seems to be the idea right now in terms of a fighting zone. And this is based on the proportions of this week. So the middle right now is trying to hold. And the leg up from overnight, we've come back into the middle. And Cynical me says this is the whole idea. When the Boyz know probably the results of those reports, they throw it up egregiously. And then results come out and it allows pullbacks to be defending their turf and keep squeezing the market up. So call me cynical, but that's the way it is. Either way, the point is you stops because you don't want these type of events to take you out of the game. You're playing chase, chase, chase. We get to the target and then, okay, may not get a big pullback, probably range trade, and then we get the big pullback. So you may have lost some opportunity because you're a little conservative, but at least you didn't have the idea that we could go forever. We just know that each step has to hold and support itself. So this chart, very, very helpful, as is a couple of the others that we've been looking at. You know, I said if we got past the half gap, we've done well. So looking at this chart, we have stalled at the expected stall zone, and now we've pulled back, admittedly deeper than we thought, but still we can learn from the experience no matter what and say, okay, so yes, we did have that resistance level right. We did have make sure you were paid by the 07s correct. And now we have a dogfight, obviously, for the rest of the day. Being the first of the month, we can get sharp pullbacks maybe once in the first few days because it's beginning of the month bias. We can get a sharp pullback, but that's usually for buying. And I consider this this is a solid pullback, but until we get back and close the gap, you know, I'd say that the shorts are still on the hook, truthfully. That's my feeling. So that's why we're using this 92 as aggressive support for a bounce. And probably chop type of trading right now. So those are a couple of very important charts that I think we need to be aware of. This type of chart, absolutely positively important. Said if we got below the 99s, 98s, great trade. Anything below that, good fortune. So the good fortune has come back to the middle. 92, we said, let's use for our support. And expect this 95, 94 area to try to hold. And you can see the character difference now from sharp bars down with no rotations. And now all these rotations in there, count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 40 minutes of chop. Because both sides now are claiming victory. And I think we just, as I said earlier, you got to avoid trouble today. Just one of those days when they throw it up here egregiously without any substance behind it. These are re-auction ideas. 5-minute chart, our base chart, RTH. All we know. Bypass 1, 2, not the third. Rain line back here, 92. We're relying on that. If we hit the 92 rain line, the key will be, can we bounce back up and get above the blue line? And my suggestion right now, because it's gotten cloudier again, be very conservative about your expectations either side. Because we still have trapped shorts. We made the shorts pay up. Now we've got trapped longs. And the truth is probably somewhere in between. So aggressive support 92s. Anytime you take a trade that is above the gap close, that's an aggressive trade. And back here, the close of yesterday's RTH was at 89. And it's not impossible to get that. It's just, that's the carrot. It's trying to call out to the shorts. Come on, you can get me. And let's take a peek at a 10. There's your 10. So the boys got both sides today. They skinned the shorts overnight, ran all the stops. And then late longs, they've also skinned. That was also a breakout we said this morning. Remember, got to try to get it up above here. This is the stop run, about a 5-point stop run on these traders. And then the pullback. And if you want to look at a 15 that we'd been looking at, here's your 15. And this was a chart yesterday that we relied on for support. Boom. So this is backing and filling right now. It's all we know. And I say curb your expectations in both sides right now. And some other news event will come out and everything's okay all over again. So it's helpful to look at the different views as if you're a big boy. And then go back to your base chart. Clearly so far we've rejected the 99s and testing the 94s yet again. Probably the goal of the boys will run a couple of stops because they can, yank this back up anytime they want. And so far, the primary trade is down, meaning the morning trade. Longs are winning the primary trade. The generals have brought it back. So intraday up, contra down. But the primary trade is down right now. And that's the longest trade of the morning while we're available to trade. Resistance, fighting, support box. And we had suggested that the rain line was back around 92s. Don't be a hero. Don't give everything back and then some. If you have a trade that you put on that does not work, you take your stop. Don't give it all back and then some. Just say, okay, scratch the trade. There's a 15-minute chart. Primary trade is down. You can see the the boys have trying to shake out all the late longs. Got the shorts. Now it's the longs' turn, getting squeezed. 456 trade. Complete. Right here at the 92.5. In the pipe. Rain line is hit. 5-minute chart. Bottom line, gap close is 89.25, and that's this box we're in right now. So risk and reward starts to diminish. And until proven otherwise, there's 98.75, 99. Top of the pipe is resistance. Broken the pipe, and we're trying to get to the gap. And I'm saying risk reward may start to come in. Is it possible? Of course. But risk reward time too. Here's our 15. Actually, I'd put this one on as the 30. And my guess is the best idea is to tight stop on shorts and try not to think that you're going to close the gap. That may be the carrot that hurts. And that could be totally wrong, but I know the way the boys operate normally. You want that last little bit. Oh yeah, we can get it, and then you give back 5 already. So let's play that range for now. This is the current range, and expect this is the 3 boxes we're in right now. And I've already said, furthest thing on my mind today was that we would get back anywhere near the gap. I thought breaking 97, 98 would be the tough part. And then if you did, okay, fine, I get that. You're going to test 95, 94. but this last penetration is just taking out and knocking out all the aggressive longs before the bounce. And we are at the rain line. So the key will be, can we get back up above the blue and green and red lines or not? One of the best games I've ever seen them play was today's trade. Feeling so good about the trade getting long, then saying, maybe they'll get chop, chop, chop. And then, this leg down, getting a half gap and coming all the way back down to the rain line. So avoid trouble was the call, and I gave you 3 choices. 1, don't do anything. Go play golf or whatever. 2, expect that limited opportunity on the short side, especially on the long side, especially the longs. Don't think of too much up here. And then obviously you could try to buy a pullback. So if you got the idea early to try to buy the pullbacks and got beat, your first goal is try to get your capital back. And it doesn't have to be going in the same direction that you were trying. You know, we said that there's a big boy in the trade. You could tell by the size of the move. He wants to come backwards. So this was the setup, and I'm still thinking, and I could be wrong, always possibility I'm wrong. I'm still thinking the Z pattern by the end of the day. Up, down, and then bounce. And I'm probably giving that about a 60, 70% probability. Primary trade has been down. Time and price. Shorts. Make sure you are paid by 92s, we've said, because that may be some support that longs will try to leg off of. And those traders will probably use the gap as their stop. These are aggressive trades. Anytime you take a trade, fade in the gap before the gap is filled. And let's see, we're looking at this chart. Resistance, fighting box here, and now into the support box. And traders that got this right, congrats, kudos. If you were able to say, you know what, let's back and fill. I got a trail, let's see what happens. Because not a lot of support was built up. Just we thought the agenda was today get it up over 2,800 and rah rah for the weekend. $75 still support. 82s still support. And currently looking at the gap at 88 area as support, aggressive support. Stop should be there in that 88 area.